In Port Charles, the tension builds as the latest developments bring a tangled mix of personal conflicts, veiled threats, and choices that could shift the power balance for months to come. Friday, August 8, 2025, is shaping up to be a day when the undercurrents between families, lovers, and old rivals come crashing into the open. At the center of the storm, Anna finds herself at a crossroads. She approaches Carly with a deliberate air, telling her that there is unfinished business between them. On the surface, it might seem like a simple follow-up to a previous meeting, but Anna's tone suggests something heavier, something edged with consequence. Her eyes give away the weight of what she knows, but she stops short of revealing the truth, particularly anything that could link back to Jocelyn. The stakes are too high, divulging too much could land her in a prison cell, and Anna knows that even the hint of WSB intelligence in the wrong hands could ruin her. Still, she's not here by chance. Carly's involvement in whatever Anna is tracking clearly matters, and this meeting is another step in a larger, unspoken plan. Carly, meanwhile, is with Jack, a presence that could complicate everything. Whether Jack is there as an ally, a witness, or a silent threat remains to be seen, but his proximity to the conversation suggests that Anna's timing and choice of words will matter more than ever. Elsewhere in town, Lulu is pressing Dante for answers. His evasive manner has been building for days, maybe weeks, and Lulu's patience is fraying. Her question, sharp and direct, lands with the force of someone who suspects more than she's being told. Dante, usually steady, seems uncharacteristically guarded, and that only heightens Lulu's suspicion. Whatever Dante is holding back isn't minor, it has the look of something that could pull both of them into a much larger mess. Their history as partners, both on the job and in life, makes secrecy between them dangerous. If he's keeping her in the dark, there's a reason, but whether that reason is to protect her or himself is unclear. On another front, Curtis is in conversation with Jordan, his tone calm but resolute. His words, "Nothing's going to happen without you," are layered. There's the personal history between them, tangled with his current relationship with Portia, and now a recognition that rebuilding what's been broken will take more than quiet reconciliation. If Curtis is serious about repairing the fractures in his life, Jordan's cooperation is crucial, not just for her insight but for the influence she holds over people and situations Curtis can't manage alone. There's a faint suggestion that Portia is involved in this effort too, making this a three-person balancing act where old loyalties and new commitments could collide. Meanwhile, Drew is once again zeroing in on Willow's situation, and his persistence has led him to Elizabeth. His question about Willow's condition isn't casual, it's probing, almost tactical. Drew seems to believe that Elizabeth can act as an intermediary, softening Willow's resistance and opening a channel for him to offer help, or perhaps to influence decisions about her children. But it's unclear whether Elizabeth shares Drew's perspective or even trusts his motives. She knows the emotional terrain here is fragile, and any move on Drew's part could upset a careful balance Willow has been trying to maintain. Drew's determination may be admirable in his mind, but it risks looking like intrusion to everyone else. Jason, for his part, is caught in the middle of a dispute that's becoming harder to ignore. Alexis confronts him about Scout, framing the situation in blunt terms. This is about what the child needs, not what the adults want. Her frustration with Drew's decision to uproot Scout and move to Washington, D.C., is palpable. Alexis's plea to Jason is more than a request for intervention. It's an implicit challenge to pick a side. Jason has always been measured in where he steps into family conflicts, but Alexis's words push for action, and the subtext is that she believes only Jason can make Drew rethink this course. Whether that's because of their personal history, their shared connections, or Jason's ability to speak in a language Drew respects, the implication is clear. Jason's next move could alter the trajectory of this custody dispute entirely. In the middle of these intertwined dramas, Britt emerges as a volatile element. She declares that she's on strike, a statement that's more than symbolic. Defying orders in her current position isn't just workplace rebellion, it's a calculated risk against a shadowy authority figure, possibly Pascal, who operates with the kind of control that doesn't tolerate dissent. The fact that Britt is willing to plant her feet and refuse speaks to either her desperation or her readiness to burn bridges. The fallout from her defiance could be immediate and dangerous, depending on how deeply entrenched her unseen boss is in the networks that run Port Charles's most delicate operations. If Britt has decided she's no longer willing to play by the rules, then the rules themselves are about to change, and not necessarily in her favor. What ties all of these threads together is the sense that every conversation happening on this day carries hidden stakes. Anna's restraint with Carly hints at a larger conspiracy she can't yet expose. Lulu's demand for honesty from Dante could uncover secrets meant to stay buried. Curtis's appeal to Jordan suggests that personal relationships are about to be tested against public consequences. Drew's pursuit of influence over Willow's choices risks alienating the very people he claims to want to help. Alexis's push to Jason could pull him into a confrontation he's been avoiding. And Britt's open rebellion signals that the shadow game being played behind the scenes is reaching a tipping point. Port Charles has always been a place where the personal is political and the political is deeply personal, where family loyalties and power struggles weave into the same web. But August 8th feels different. There's a sharpness in the air, a sense that everyone is standing closer to a precipice than they realize. The smallest misstep could send one person tumbling, but in this town, one person's fall rarely happens in isolation. When someone goes over the edge, they tend to take others with them, willingly or not. That's the danger everyone here should be feeling, even if they haven't yet recognized it. And by the time the day is over, they may wish they had.